something.
What's up, YouTubers? It's Doug, Growing in Faith Farm. Come on, I did this on the last video. Nobody even caught it. What is it? Leave it in the comments down below. She's clueless. She's got no idea. So I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy.
And we're going to go over lacto fermentation for your food preserving.
Yep, it's preserving.
It's definitely better than canning. And maybe a lot of people don't know about it. So my food expert is here, and she's going to give it all to you.
Well, I don't even necessarily it's better than canning. I mean, canning is awesome, but
canning's good.
Nutritional value.
That's what I'm talking about. It has a certain level of being better.
So, and it's one thing when I first came out here, and when we were doing things and kind of getting more into the health before we even moved out here, I always look and see how did they used to preserve their food?
Right.
500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. So this is something they've been doing forever.
Right.
And they do it all over the world, and they use different types of. They could do it with fruits, vegetables, just pretty much anything you could lacto ferment.
Right.
But what is so wonderful about it is it will keep its nutritional value, and it increases the nutritional value way beyond what it would be if you actually
increases it.
Yes. So there's different things if there's thiamine or different vitamins. Let's say you got 5 milligrams of something, maybe it would go up to 100.
Wow.
It's really good.
Now, was that just like a example? I mean, but that's not clinically proven, 5 to 100.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure.
You're just kind of giving an example.
Right. But other vitamins, I mean, it could be even some were like 50 to 500. I mean, there's some big jumps in the nutritional value.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So you hear about fermenting sauerkraut. That's cabbage. That's the big one everyone knows about. Some people just think it's gross and, can't deal with it. We don't eat it here that often because I never really.
She doesn't ever like it.
I don't like it. I try to make it all the time, but I don't really use it that much.
Right.
So, but I like to do vegetables. So when you have a garden, you have lots of cucumbers and you have lots of peppers and you have all these wonderful things in your garden, and they're great to lacto ferment because lacto fermentation is something where what I like is during the year, in the summer when everything's growing and you have overabundance, it's going to last you 6 months. Once you get done fermenting it, you put it someplace cool in your root cellar down.
Same thing you would do anyway.
Or if you have a refrigerator, extra refrigerator, whatever, and then you're going to put it there, and it'll last 6 months.
6 months.
So, and that'll get you through to the next season.
So canning is going to last
much longer. It'll last longer, sure.
But fermenting is healthier.
Right. But, so that's something that you can add to your canning. So it's something, so I like to do both.
Okay.
I do both. But there are certain things, like my green beans and things like that. My greens, I would much prefer to lacto ferment.
Right. So let's show them how to do it. What are you going to do
today? So I was going to do, we eat a lot. He asked me, what's for dinner? What do I normally say?
Whatever you want, honey.
No. What do I say when you ask me what's for dinner?
Whatever you want, honey.
Come on. What's my favorite thing to eat?
Salad.
Besides that. Oh, come on. I like to do like taco night.
Oh, taco night.
Gosh.
I'm sorry. I wasn't with you on that one. You lost me. Finally, you got me on one.
Okay,
taco night. Believe me, we have a lot of taco night.
Well, they're good because it's healthy.
Yeah, we butcher the cow. We have our beef, all lined up.
Yeah, and so you can do a lot of fresh vegetables, and it's great.
Right.
So this is something good. I cut up some peppers.
Yep, there's some peppers. Hold on, what's in here?
I'm not there yet.
Oh.
So here are peppers. I cut them. They can be 1/2 inch to 1 inch in size.
Yeah.
Wash it and then go ahead and cut them up.
Right.
And then you can start with a quart. A quart is a very nice size to start with. And what I did is I put some seasonings that I like. So this is just a mixture, of a lot of different things. There's like cayenne pepper and parsley and onions and different things like that.
Okay.
So I put that in the bottom.
Now, do you have to have that kind of stuff in it?
Well, when you lacto ferment, the main thing we're going to put in it is salt. And that's what's going to get the fermenting process going.
And what kind of salt do we use?
Well, we use a few. So pink Himalayan sea salt,
Yes.
or you could do Redmond sea salt,
Right.
or real REAL salt.
Right.
There's lots of really good salts to use that are real and they're not white and they haven't been bleached and depleted of any mineral values.
Right.
So it's very important that
we
you
like
don't
to trace minerals in our salt.
Right. So picking a good salt that has not been screwed up is great. So you want it to have a color.
Don't forget there's kids watching.
So we want a color. So your salt should be like gray, white, pink, brown, black. They even have black ones. So then you put your spices, and then I'm going to put, and this is not official measuring.
They know you don't do the measuring.
So you're going to do 3 tablespoons to, sometimes it's too salty for me. So I'm not going to do full heaping tablespoons. I'm going to do 3 of these guys. Then I'm going to put my...
But you never said what was in the bottom. Was that your...
This is a mixture of spices.
Here? Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I mean, if you like cumin, if you just want to do cayenne and salt, if you want to just do salt, just do salt.
That's fine. I was just making sure.
Yeah, you just kind of play with it and do whatever you want.
You never revisited my question.
Right. I'm sorry. That's why you're there. Okay, I'm only going to fill this up about half or so, halfway full. Or maybe a little past it. Whoops.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to mush it down a little bit. This was about 3 peppers, if anyone is wanting to know. So 3 peppers. Yeah, 3 green peppers work good.
We bought organic.
Yes, of course.
Peppers, because, obviously we haven't even had a chance to even think about gardening yet.
Yeah, it's not growing season yet.
Right.
So, and I used everything up. So.
Right.
Okay, so then I'm going to also put some more seasoning on top.
So you put some at the bottom with the salt, and then you put more on top.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, she just kind of eyeballs it up, obviously.
And then you're going to
If you were to tell someone that it was a measurement, what would you say? Same thing?
No, you don't need to. Yeah, you don't really. Just put what you want.
But how would they know if this is their first time ever doing it?
I would just put, just maybe, a tablespoon at the bottom and a tablespoon at the top.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Okay?
I mean, I'm just saying.
All right. So then you need your filtered water.
Right.
You want to leave at least an inch at the top because it's going to bubble up.
Right.
Now, you need a weight.
A weight?
So I have this rock thing that broke, unfortunately.
You're going to put a rock in there?
Yes.
Where was that rock at?
It's my rock that goes on top of things. Because this stuff likes to float up. The actual vegetable.
I mean... Is there other stuff people could use? Are they just going to go out and get a rock?
Well, you can use a weight. You could use a little piece of glass. I mean, there's things you can buy, actually, that are like lacto-fermenting things that you can put on top.
But basically, you just want to keep...
Go out and maybe find a nice little rock outside, wash it really good, and then you can put it on top. Because you want to weigh the vegetables down so that they don't float on top.
So they're always covered in there.
Right.
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 And then, how long do you leave that rock in there? Not for 6 months.
It's not going to stay here. No.
Well, you said that would last 6 months. This fermentation thing you did here.
I know, but we're not done. I haven't started yet with the whole thing. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to... Oh, I didn't get a lid.
Stand by. We'll be right back. Okay, so we have our rock on there, and now we're going to put the lid on it. Is that what's next?
Yeah, I'm going to put the lid. You want to put it on really tight.
She didn't have a lid, so we had to take a commercial break.
All right. Sorry. So you go ahead and you're going to put this on here, and basically the salt, the salt. What happens with the salt is it's going to preserve it. So you're going to let it sit at room temperature for 2 to 4 days, and it depends on the temperature in your house.
Yeah.
So if it's really, really hot, it may get done quicker. If it's very cold, it might take a few more days. So
Right.
2 to 4 days is a good average
Kind of like
time.
the kombucha.
Right. And then
Because that's fermenting too.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
And the scobies are going to go out Monday. I'll be there Monday morning sending them out. We already got the little containers to put them in. So just a side note.
Okay, thank you. So you'll go ahead and put this someplace and just watch it because it's going to start building up lots of pressure, little bubbles. And so what you want to do, you don't want oxygen to get to it because it'll mess it up. Because basically the salt's preserving it, but it's going to start building something called lactic acid. And the lactic acid is what's going to make it where it's going to be able to kill all the bacteria so that you can preserve it for months longer in it. So, okay, you put the lid on tight. And it's going to start,
like how
building
long?
some pressure.
Like a day or something?
Well, you watch it every day. And then what you're going to need to do is you need to burp it. Okay.
Oh.
So you can just very slowly kind of unscrew it, and then you'll hear a little air come out,
Right.
and then put it back on.
So you don't want to take the lid off.
No way.
You'll expose it to
ruin
the air.
Yeah, the oxygen will just mess it all up. The whole process of it, lacto-fermenting.
Right.
So go ahead and just keep it here.
And
watch it.
Barely
Away
crack
from the
it.
light.
You'll hear it, and then click right back tight.
Yeah, it's a great science experiment for the kids
Right.
too, if they've never done it before.
Homeschoolers.
So go ahead and just do that, and do it your 2 to 4 days, and then you can taste it and see how you like it or not. And the one thing with the lacto-fermenting the vegetables is the longer it sets in the refrigerator, the better they get.
In the refrigerator, not at room temperature?
Oh, well, you're going to, once they're done, you want to
4
store them
days.
someplace cold.
So after 4 days, you can take the lid off and let the air get to it.
And you're going to take the rock out.
And you're going to take the rock
Right,
out.
right.
Then you're going to put the lid on it and store it in a cool spot or put it in the refrigerator.
Right, and if you leave it a little longer, I mean, just depending on you, just so if if your house is really cold, I would go 4 or 5 days, 6 days maybe. You could. If your house is really warm, like if it's in the middle of summer, it could lacto-ferment easily in 2 days. So,
Okay.
But
So
I'm on the, just for me, from experience, I always let mine go a little longer.
Right. So then after you do that, and then you have it in your refrigerator, I mean, do you take the rock out? Do you drain the liquid off of it?
No.
You just leave it as it is.
This is how it is.
Then when you want to use it, you'll just drain the liquid out and use the vegetables.
You just take it out, just like you get pickles. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so what you can do is, one thing with the lacto-fermenting the vegetables is you only need a little bit. So let's say I was having taco night. So when I put all the vegetables out on the tray that we can pick from, if you have tomatoes and cilantro or avocado, I might put some of that up, put the peppers out like this, and then we can put that on there. And that way you're implementing, and you know how good it is to have a fermented food every day, because it's great for your gut bacteria, helps with your immune system, repair any digestive issues that you may have. Huge in probiotics.
Right.
It's just phenomenal.
It's good for
so by doing this, you just need a little bit.
Right.
And that's what's so good. You don't need to eat a massive amount.
Right.
That's why the nutritional value, is very nutrient dense now, because of the lactic acid, and it just really makes it so wonderful. So you don't need so much. So this, you may think, oh, that's only like a couple servings. Well, you just need a little bit.
Just a dab will do you.
Yeah. And you just add a little bit of them all the time. And there's so many things you can do. I'll do one later. We'll do one on ketchup. Ketchup's really good.
We'll catch up with you with some ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's lacto-fermenting, and great nutritional values, enhances the nutritional value of your vegetables. And that was just a quick example. We'll bring you more of them as we do them. She was doing that one today and wanted to share it with you. So another thing we wanted to say is that it's been, I think, 5 or 6 days since we did put up our video about helping us out on the homestead, about bringing water to the cabin. And we've reached over 10% of our goal in just a few days. So you guys are awesome. You rock. And we just don't want to keep our eyes on the prize and don't let it kind of fall out of your memory. So if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back into our video archives a couple days ago, I think 2 videos ago, and 3 videos ago, and you'll see where we talked about having community involvement on the homestead. And please share the video with somebody, maybe put it on Facebook, and we'll see if we can't keep our momentum going. It really means a lot to us. We really do appreciate it. We're not expecting anything, but we do appreciate your help and helping us get this situation handled. And we can't thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome. You rock. So is that it?
I think so. Try to lacto ferment. It's really easy.
That's it.
Really easy.
That's